Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sarthak, and in sync with the Hindi playlist of Python, we will also continue to do for the English playlist as well. So in Hindi videos, I have uploaded while loop and for loop in Hindi. The same I'm going to do right now. I'll upload both the videos together. First we'll do while loop and then we'll do for loop. So let's jump directly into it without wasting much time. So this is the English playlist Python project. I'll just go to Python file. This will be topic number 8, while loop. Yep. So you know the while loop. Why is while loop used in Python? So if somebody will ask you what is the while loop purpose in Python, while loop in Python is used to repeat a block of code as long as a given condition is true. Okay, it's like keep doing it until the condition becomes false. If the condition becomes false, you don't have to do it, or it'll come out of the loop. If you want to break, if you want to abruptly stop the loop at a certain point, then use the break keyword. Okay, if you want to keep on executing, use the continue keyword. So we will use these keywords in our program. Okay, so let's understand what is the syntax of while loop in Python. It is pretty simple. So all you have to do is just write the while keyword, while condition. Condition means what kind of condition you will give. This is condition is not the keyword condition. No, while is the keyword. Condition is like what condition you want to give. Like you declare something like I equals to 5. So you give the condition great I less than equals to 5, I less than 6, greater than 4. So this condition you will give. Then you give double quote and then you hit enter. The indentation space will come up, and here you will give whatever code you want to execute. So this is a simple syntax. I'll put the syntax in commented form. Okay, so this is simple syntax. So now we'll understand the simple syntax using basics of programming. So I'll use a simple program like count 1 to 5. This is a very basic program. So let's say count equals to 1. Okay, so I'll write while count less than equals to 5, give a double quote, print. You can write something like this: count is count. Okay, and then you have to do count, you have to increment plus equals to 1. Okay, this is not Java that you do count plus plus. I mean, don't do all that. So here you have to give count plus, because some people do tell me, so why are you not writing like this? Every programming language has its own syntax, so just follow that syntax. So here if you see, answer will be count 1 1, count 1 2, count is 1, count is 2, count is 3, count is 4, count is 5. Okay, if you don't like the count is, don't use it. Simple, write like this, it will print 1 2 3 4 5. So choice is yours how you want to print it. 1 2 3 4 5. Again, why am I doing this? Because I will be writing a lot of things, so to segregate it is much easier. So I'll write like this, it will make simpler. So now let's understand the logic. Here you have initialized the variable count equals to 1. Then you will come to, the compiler will come to row number 14. So while keyword, this is the condition, count less than equals to 5. So if this condition is true, 1 is less than equals to 5, condition is true. So this is the body of the while loop. As soon as you hit enter, the indentation opens up. This is the body of the while loop. So what does it say? Print. What does it print? Count is 1. It will print 1. Then here it will increment 1 to 2. So it will come here. So now it is 2. 2 is less than equals to 5. Condition is true. It will come and print. Then 3. Then 4. Then 5. 5 is less than equals to 5. Condition is true. It will go and print 5. Once here it becomes 6. It will go here. 6 is less than equals to 5. No. Condition is false. So here the loop will break. That's it. So this is a simple explanation of how to count from 1 to 5. Okay. So now let's do another simple example. Same. Print even numbers from 2 to 20. So like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 up to 20. So very simple. You will give, let's say, number equals to 2 because it starts from 2, right? 2 to 20. So while number less than equals to 20. Okay. Print even number and then number incremented to 2. Okay. So it's as simple as that. Now let's run this. You will see it will run from 2 to 20. You see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So this is also a very, very simple while loop concept of how you want to print 2 to 20. Okay. Again, let's do correct input. So even though I have not taught you functions, I just want to show you the input function. So let's say print, or you can say using while loop, asking for a correct input. Okay. So let's say you do password equal to this. Okay. So I had given you the password example in the Hindi video. Let me give a different example. I don't want to give the same example. So let's choose a different example. So let's choose kind of number guessing game. So let's say correct number. So let's say correct number equals to 9. Okay. So I'll do the number guessing. So guess equals to int. I'll do the input function here. Then the input function has to be typecasted because you have to enter the number. Guess the number between 1 and 10. Okay. So we can do this. Okay. So now this is what you will give. Guess the number between 1 and 10, whatever. So if I write while guess is not equal to correct number, print like we'll give a warning, wrong number, please try again, something like this. Okay. And then again I'll change the value, guess equals to int. I'll again give this input function, guess the number between 1 and 10. Okay. And now we'll come out of the while loop. So if you give it correct, congratulations, you guessed the correct number. So I've just written a very basic program here. I'm just guessing a number between 1 to 10, even though that number is 9. I'm just using while loop to make sure that this actually works. Okay. So here the program asks to guess a number. If the guess is incorrect, the loop continues to the next guess. Once the number is correct in the guessing part, the loop stops and a congratulatory message will come up. That's as simple as that. So let's run this. So 1 to 10, let's hold on, I'll drag this upwards. Okay, so let's say 5. Wrong number. 4, 3. Wrong number. 9 is the correct one. I'll give 9. Yes, now it comes out of the loop. So this is how simple it is. See, you have initialized a variable correct number and you given the value 9. Now you are doing the typecasting of this number that you're planning to guess. So what you are doing, you are using the input function to enter this in the output console, and this output console cannot be a string. That is why you are using typecasting to convert this input into a number. And then while you are using this variable, which is anyways a number that you have used the input function and then typecasted to convert into an integer or a whole number, you are comparing this with this correct number variable. So you are saying while this number, this variable guess is not equal to this, then print this. Or else if this guess, you'll give another shot. If it is not equal to this correct number, stay in the while loop. Otherwise, come out and print the correct one. So that's what we did. This is the concept of using this input function in while loop. Okay. So this is a very simple thing that you want to be doing it. So you have done this. Now let's jump into the part where what should I say now? Okay, so let's jump into infinite loop. Okay, be careful while using infinite loop, because sometimes people do mistake out of short-sightedness. They somehow tend to do this mistake. So let's say while true, print this is an infinite loop and you have to forcibly stop it. If I execute this, obviously this will be asking me input and irritate me, so I'll take away this part and I'll put it here. Okay, so we will not have to enter it multiple times. So if I run this, it will not stop, so you have to forcibly stop it. Okay, stop. So be careful with infinite loop. If it is false, then the loop, the compiler will not go inside the body of the while loop, and it is true. If this condition is true, then only the control will go inside the body of the while loop. If this condition is false, it will simply go out. That is what we have learned so far. So since this condition is true, it will definitely go and keep printing it, because the condition keeps iterating itself. So this is about infinite loop. Please be careful, and how to use break statement in while loop. Simple. Let's say I'll do count equals to 1. So I'll write while count is less than equals to 20. Okay, why is it throwing error? Okay, let's say counting, whatever, I'll use count. While count is less than equals to 20, print. So I'll just count it. Okay, if count equals to 10, I'm writing an if within the while loop. Print, let's say, breaking the loop. And now how do you break it? Use the keyword break, and then Then count equal to, you can do count plus 1, or you can write count plus equals to 1. Choice is yours. So now if you execute the code, sorry, I forgot to forcibly stop this. Let me make it false. Then it will not come. So our life will be simpler. So after 10 it will not go ahead because we are pausing it at 10. So if you make it 11, then the output will be up to 11. Count is 1, count is 2, count is 3, up to 11. Count is up to 11. It will not go up to 20 because you are breaking it at 11. This is the correct way of doing it. Okay? So use the break statement to break wherever you want to break. Now let's see how to use the continue statement. How to use continue statement with while. Okay, so let's say num equals to 0 while num less than 20. Let's say num equals to num plus 1. Okay, if num modulus 2 will be 0, then continue. Okay, or else print odd number. See, it's very simple, guys. Odd, sorry, num, what am I doing? Okay, right click, run. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. So this will continue to print this. See, the code is very simple. You initialized num2 value 0 while this value is less than 20. This is the condition. Body, it will go inside the body of the while loop. If it is less than 20, okay, 0 less than 20, true, then 0 will be, num will be 0 plus 1. So num will become 1. Okay. So if num is num divided by 2 leaves a remainder 0, num modulus 2. So if it then it will continue, otherwise it will not. So see, you can write it here, this num equals to num plus 1, you can write it here, or you can see what exactly are you doing here. Here this one, you are skipping your even numbers. You're just skipping your even numbers because it is 1. Num mod 2, no, it is not. Simply go ahead. Then you have incremented to 1 now. So 1 less than 20, true. Now you are printing that num. But here, if it is becomes 1, so num now is 1 plus 1, which is 2. So then this one will be skipped. So here you are skipping by using the continue statement. So this is another way of adjusting things, how you want to execute your code with the loop, with the while loop using continue statement. Now let's use an else block. So how will you use an else block? It's also very simple. Let's say x equals to 1. So I'll write while x is less than equals to 3, print x. Okay, and then you want to x equals to x plus 1. For example, else print loop completed. See, 1, 2, 3, then loop completed. Why? It's very simple. X is 1, 1 is less than equal to 3, condition is true, print 1, fine. 1 equals to 1 plus 1. So now x is 1 plus 1, 2, 2 less than equals to 3, condition is true, again print 2, then 3, condition is true, again print 3, then x becomes 4, 4 is less than equals to 2, condition is false, it will come out of the while loop. What is waiting outside? Else is waiting, so it will type print loop completed. 1 2 3 loop completed. It's a very simple affair, nothing complicated here. Using an else block you can do it. Now we can do nested while loop. Okay, so simply write, let's say I equals to 1. Okay, while I less than equals to 3, let's say I'll write j equals to 1. I'm opening another loop. So yeah, I'll declare j equals to 1, and here I'll write another while j less than equals to 2. Print value of I is equal to I, comma, value of j is equal to j. Simple. Obviously now you have to increment j to j plus 1, and then you have to come out of the while loop. I equals to I plus 1. Save it, run this. See, value of I is 1, value of j is 1, value of I is 1, value of j is 2. Okay, I need to plug my MacBook, the charger, hold on. Yeah. Okay, charger plugged. So see, for every inner value, outer loop is executed. Every iteration of inner, outer loop gets executed. So that's how this thing is. So this is about your nested while loops. And yeah, I mean, there are some mistakes that you should not do in using while loop. Some common mistakes you need to avoid. During while loop, it's a very simple affair. So let's say you give count equals to 1. Okay, so if you do while count less than equals to 3, print infinite loop. So, and you stop here. The problem is here you don't give the, here you forgot to give increment option. If you do that, this will become infinite loop. See, it'll not stop. But here, if you give count, then this one will behave. See, 3 times it will print. So choice is yours, how you wanna give the increment option. And also there is one more thing that you have to be careful while doing some mistake. Ensure the loop has a valid exit, again to avoid infinite loops. So infinite looping is a big headache in while using while loops, because we tend to do this mistake quite a lot. So please be careful while using while loops, infinite condition, and exit properly. So I think this is more than enough for while loops. Hopefully you like this session and continue learning. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Sathak here signing off.